Every single day before the sun rises, 100,000 people are already waiting. They have walked through the night. They have stood in queues for 12, sometimes 24 hours. Some have crawled up the mountain on their knees. Some have shaved their heads as an offering. Many are weeping before they have even seen the door. This is not a festival. This is not a special occasion. This is every day. Welcome to the most visited place of worship on the face of the earth. Welcome to the India Temple Trail. Every week, we go deep into the sacred stories behind India's most extraordinary temples. Today we are on the Seshachalam Hills of Andhra Pradesh, 3,000 feet above sea level. We are at a temple so ancient that ancient texts speak of it. So wealthy that it makes governments look poor, and so beloved that no force on earth has ever been able to stop people from coming here. This is the story of Lord Venkateswara of Tirupati. And it will change the way you see this temple forever. The hills above Tirupati are called Tirumala, which means simply sacred hills. And they have been considered sacred for longer than recorded history can measure. The earliest references to Lord Venkateswara and the Tirumala hills appear in Tamil Sangam literature, poetry composed over 2,000 years ago. The Divya Prabandham, the great collection of Vaishnava hymns by the Alvas saints, is full of passionate, aching devotion to the deity on these hills. Poet after poet describes the journey, the longing, the overwhelming joy of arriving. The formal history of the temple complex begins in the 9th and 10th centuries CE, when the Pallava and Chola kings patronized the shrine extensively. After them came the great Vijayanagara Empire. Their kings considered Venkateswara their personal deity, and their contributions form the bedrock of the temple's extraordinary wealth even today. King Krishnadevaraya, the greatest of all Vijayanagara emperors, visited Tirupati multiple times. He donated golden idols of himself and his queens to stand forever in the temple complex, facing the sanctum in permanent prayer, a permanent supplication in metal. That kind of devotion, royal, absolute, unconditional, set the tone for everything that followed. Through the centuries, as empires rose and fell, Tirupati remained. It was never abandoned. The donations kept coming. The pilgrims kept walking. And yet, here is the strange part. No one knows who actually created the idol. The temple has no official historical construction record for the core deity. The Venkateswara idol is believed not to have been sculpted by human hands. It is a Swayambhu, self-manifested. The deity stands in the standing posture, Sthanaka Mudra. His form is black, the color of a rain-bearing cloud, infinite depth of that which contains everything. It is said that once a devotee struck Venkateswara on the chin in a moment of blind rage. And the Lord, in his infinite compassion, absorbed the pain silently. A bruise formed. To cool the deity, devotees apply camphor and sandalwood paste to his form every day. A ritual that continues to this very moment. This is what makes Tirupati different from any other temple experience in the world. The deity here does not feel like a statue. He feels like someone who remembers you. The architecture of Tirupati is a living record of 12 centuries of devotion. The central sanctum is topped with a vimana covered in gold plating weighing hundreds of kilograms. Adjacent to the main shrine is the Swami Pushkarini, a sacred tank whose waters are considered holy. The entire complex sprawls across the entire plateau of Tirumala. It is, in every sense, a city dedicated to a single purpose, to bring human beings into the presence of the divine. Managing Tirupati is not just faith, it is one of the most complex operations in the world. Its annual income runs into thousands of crores. The temple feeds tens of thousands of people for free every single day. Consider the famous Tirupati Ladu, an offering so unique it holds a geographical indication tag. The tonsuring process, where millions offer their hair, supports one of the largest human hair supply chains in the world. The wealth of this institution flows outward, establishing specialized super specialty hospitals that offer free medical care to poor patients. It builds massive universities and educational institutions, providing free quality education to the next generation. And through its legendary Nitya Annadanam Trust, it runs one of the largest free food operations on earth, ensuring no pilgrim ever goes hungry on these hills. The mysteries of Tirupati run deep. The Puranas tell us that when Vishnu descended to earth as Venkateswara, he borrowed an enormous sum of money from Kubera to fund his wedding. He has not yet repaid this debt. Every offering made by every devotee is considered a contribution toward repaying that divine loan. This is why the giving never stops, because devotees believe they are participants in a cosmic story. Today, Tirupati draws more annual visitors than the Vatican or Mecca. For the global Hindu diaspora, Tirupati is a lodestone. Families plan trips home around it. To stand in that queue, to bow before that form, and to feel that they are exactly where they are supposed to be. 1,000 years, millions of footsteps, one presence, still waiting. No advertising, no mandate, no compulsion, just love. Tirupati proves that when something is truly sacred, the world finds its way there. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Subscribe to the India Temple Trail, a new sacred story every week.
Shri Krishna.